It has been a minute since I've been vlogging, but I am so excited to be back because I love vlogging. That's my favorite thing to do. Today is, oh gosh, what's today? Today is my last day at home. Kind of crazy. Yeah, so today's my last day at home. I am leaving for Cambridge tomorrow. Today's Thursday, August 27th. Almost positive. If not, that's embarrassing. But I'm going to take you guys along with me on my last day here in South Kakalaki. It should be a pretty fun time. I'm going to get dressed because I want to take some pictures, you know, like one last time photo shoot for the one time. Y'all already know. And I'm going to go shopping because there's still a lot of things that I have to get. My room is a mess right now because I pack and do everything last minute. So I'm gonna figure that out. Get some last minute things at the shops. I like to say that to sound fancy, but at the store. I'm gonna get like some Kiki's chicken and waffles because like that's like my like goodbye meal. And we're just gonna have fun. Actually, I don't know if it's gonna be super fun, but there's a lot to do today. And I'm gonna take you guys along with, kind of show you guys what I've been doing because it's been a minute since I've came back on here, but I promise I'm being consistent now from now on. So you'll see me more often. I'm gonna catch you guys up, take you along with me on my day. Last day at home, moving into college. Crazy, lots of emotions. So I'm gonna go get ready, do a little get ready montage, and then I'm gonna be back when I start doing my makeup because I have some tea to tell y'all. I have some things I need to tell y'all to catch y'all up on everything. So yeah.
I hope you like me. If you do, I like you too.
Okay, so I got ready. Let me take this off my wrist. This is the look for today. It's this like page girl kind of dress. I don't know if it's a page, it's a wrap dress, but like the pattern reminds me of like newspaper for some reason. I put this like crop top underneath it and necklace, earrings, super cute. You'll see the full thing when I take pictures eventually. So I'm gonna do my makeup and I have to go fast because my mom is on the way home and she told me to be ready by the time she comes home. So we're running low on time. But I'm looking at my mirror right here, looking at y'all, looking at my makeup. So there's a lot going on. I packed up all my stuff, so I'm like taking out the unpacked version. There's just a lot going on. So let's catch you guys up. That's what I want to do. I have some tea, some Harvard tea to tell y'all. Maybe it's not tea if you've been keeping up, but I'm gonna tell you guys how Harvard has been like going all the way back to the beginning about how Harvard has handled this coronavirus situation and how like as far as me going back to campus, like how we got to this place, because we were not always here. We were not always at this place, we being me. So I'm gonna explain to you guys how this happened. It became increasingly clear. This is gonna be the short version because I wanted to do a full tea video about all the way that Harvard ran me through the ringer emotionally, but it just didn't come to fruition. So I'm gonna give you a short version right now. So it became pretty clear in June-ish that we weren't gonna be able to go back to campus like a traditional school year. And so we knew that was how the case, but we didn't know what it was going to be. So like at the beginning of June, Harvard released these like 3 different plans, like 3 different options for how the fall would look. So like one of the options was like everyone, well, it like went in phases. So like the first phase was only like special cases, I'm pretty sure, could come back, like 40, I'm pretty sure like 1 cohort in special cases, so like 40% I think. And then the next one was like two cohorts, and cohorts are like the class years, so like freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors. And then the last one was everyone come back. That was like the 3rd phase, I'm pretty sure. And this is all public information, so if you're super interested, you can probably go find it somewhere. But that was what the situation was for most of June. And then we were like, when is Harvard gonna tell us what's actually happening? Because a lot of other schools had heard back. A lot of other schools had heard back like what their plan was. Like people have been picking their classes, like, and then I've also, this kind of maybe just like a general Ivy League thing, but like the way that Harvard operates is very different from a lot of schools. And so like my friends already knew their roommates, they already had their classes, they already had all that stuff, and I didn't even know if I was going to be on campus. And so we were all freaking out. And then they were said that they released like another like email sort of thing and said that the decision was supposed to come out July 1st. And July 1st comes around and there's no decision. There's no email. And we were like, okay. So we were just like waiting. And then maybe it wasn't July 1st. I feel like it was. It was sometime in that first week of July, because July 6th rolls around and they released an email. Like by this point we had made there was like a campus-wide group me trying to figure out what was going to happen. Like it was people from all the class years trying to figure out like what was going to happen, were we going back, what was the situation, because Harvard was not telling us. In that group me there was like memes, maybe I'll put some of them on the screen, but there was like memes people were making of like how Harvard was going to decide what to do. Lots of talk. And then on July 5th, maybe, I guess. So maybe it was July 5th when they were supposed to release the information. I think it was July 5th, not the 1st. So July 5th, and it was like, we waited the whole entire day, super anxious to just figure out like what was Harvard gonna say? What was Harvard gonna say about if people could come back on campus, who could come back on campus, all that jazz. They sent an email out and they were like, save the date for this town hall. And so we were like, they're having a press conference for this. Like, is that what this is? Like, are y'all acting like, it's like they're dropping an album. They're like, save the date for when we're gonna announce our thing. When meanwhile, other schools had just been sending out emails like normal. And so we were like, really, Harvard, like y'all really gonna make us save the date for this town hall? Just tell us what's going on. So we saved the date. We saved the date for the town hall despite our complaining. But the next day on the 6th, in the early morning, they sent an email with the fall plan, and the town hall was supposed to happen later on in the day. Well, the town hall happened later on in the day as like kind of a way to, like, we think they like, so when they set up that town hall and they also sent an email, we were like, oh, they set up the town hall because they knew people were going to be upset. So they like wanted like to have that fallback. That's kind of how it seemed to us. And so they sent the email out, and the email said that only freshmen and special cases for upperclassmen could come back. Like upperclassmen could petition to come back, and then all first years were allowed back on campus. And all learning was virtual, was remote. That was another like big point. And so when that came out, I kind of was like, there's a lot of emotions. I wasn't initially happy, I will admit. I was initially really kind of like sad. I was initially really like devastated. You're like, Kristian, you can go back on campus. Why are you sad? I was sad because like, I think that's when it really hit me that like the year was not going to be what I envisioned, and it wasn't going to be what I envisioned. That's kind of, I think that's like, I was just mourning like the loss of my freshman fall, the traditional freshman fall, because I'm still gonna have a bomb time, don't get me wrong, but I'm mourning the loss of like my traditional freshman fall. And so that really hit me hard. So freshmen had the option to either defer, which they took the deadline to the end of July. So we got this news at the beginning of July, and we had until the end of the month to figure out what we were going to do. And so we had the option to defer. We had the option to, which defer means take a gap year, so I'll be in the class of 2025. We had the option to go on campus, or we had the option, which was like the first time in Harvard history or whatever, to stay at home and do Harvard at home. And if you did Harvard at home, you would have a couple of financial aid benefits, I guess, like support. But whether or not that is really sufficient is, you know, up for debate. But they had some funds in place for people who stayed at home and for all the upperclassmen students who were not able to come on campus. When Harvard released that decision, that was really a big, that was like, the thing is about Harvard is everybody's in Harvard's business. Everybody is in Harvard's business. I'm telling y'all, everyone's in Harvard's business. Everyone's concerned about what's going on these streets, and everyone has speaks on it. And when I mean everyone, I mean like everyone. People who aren't even in the college realm, like going on Twitter. Harvard was literally trending after this news dropped that only freshmen would be on campus and that everyone was virtual. Because at the time, this was the beginning of July, y'all. So at the time, Harvard was the only school, was one of the only schools that was like that. At the time, Harvard was one of the only schools that only had, well, Harvard was the only school that was only allowing one cohort back. And it was also, I'm pretty sure, if not the only, one of the very few schools that was all virtual. And so the internet and Twitter was just up in flames, up in flames. Harvard was literally trending in the US. It was like number 11 or something. It was just crazy. Like, so many people were like saying like, oh, like all these Harvard people are paying for online school. Why was Harvard making them charge? Because Harvard also didn't reduce tuition, which is another point of contention, but I'm not gonna get into it. So they didn't reduce tuition. And so that was another thing that people were bringing up, like, y'all are paying the same amount of money for online school, blah, blah, blah. Like, people use, I think, anything that Harvard does as a way to insert their digs at higher education as a system, which, I mean, it's fair. It should be criticized, but not when all of these students, like, not when all of the Harvard students are literally, like, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Because there are so many people, so many upperclassmen who rely on Harvard for, you know, their housing, rely on Harvard for food. And they were saying that they couldn't come back initially, like they could petition or whatever, but like just the initial shock of knowing that you would have to petition there, the possibility you want to be able to come back is like really hard. Because, you know, everyone doesn't have home life that's conducive for online learning. There's a lot of emotions amongst the student population. And for me, it was really hard to go on Twitter and see everyone dragging my school, because I'm like, whether or not I like it, this is where I'm at. So to see all these people dragging it was like annoying. So I deleted social media when the news dropped because it was just getting to be too much. That news happened. Upperclassmen began to petition. Like, if they had special circumstances, they could petition to be on campus. So that process began, which, you know, that's also kind of problematic because it's like a trauma Olympics in some way. Like, who has the worst home situation to get approved? Like, that's kind of what it feels like. Where I initially was, me, your girl, Christian, let me look at the time. Where I initially was, I wanted to stay home. That was my initial reaction, because I was like, why would I go up to Cambridge, like, with all of these restrictions, which I'll get into the restrictions later. Why would I go up there with all these restrictions? I can't do anything, no extracurriculars, which is another thing that I'll maybe describe in another video. But why? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. Like, why would I do that? So that was my initial reaction. But like, my friends, they were all pretty much going to campus, and you know, I talked to a lot of people about it, talked to my parents about it, and ultimately I was like, I should go on campus, if anything, just for the experience, and just to say like, hey, this is my freshman fall, being on campus is exponentially better than being back at home where I've been for the past, you know, 12 years or so. Well, longer than 12 years, but school-wise. I ultimately decided to go on campus, and in between all of that, with people petitioning and people, you know, up in arms about how Harvard was online and how they only wanted one class year back, the international thing happened. ICE said that international students couldn't come back if all instruction was virtual, which for Harvard and MIT was a problem. It was a problem for Harvard mainly because all instruction was virtual, so like, it was directly, you know, those two things didn't mix. So Harvard and MIT sued ICE and they won. So like, international students for a second were not able to come back if so much instruction was virtual. So then now international students that petitioned can come back. But the caveat to that is that it doesn't include first years, which sucks. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't really know. So like, I think the Harvard beating ICE thing was pretty high profile, like it's in the news on Twitter once again. But the first year caveat, I don't really think a lot of people know. And so like, a lot of international first years deferred. And then there are some who are just doing it online in their home country. But that really sucks for them, because they didn't get the option to come on campus because they haven't gone through the visa process. And I know some of y'all are international, so that's maybe something to like keep in mind. That's kind of the short version. Oh, let me get into the gag, what the gag is. So the gag is about this whole situation. I told you how everyone was up in arms about Harvard being online. Everyone was dragging us. Everyone was saying this, that, and the third. Everyone was saying, you know, everyone was just dragging us, like literally dragging us through the mud. People were sending me messages like, I'm so sorry, you know, which, I mean, I understand their sentiment, but like, everyone was dragging Harvard for their decision because they thought it was too strict, too rash, too this, that, and the third. But the gag is that now a lot of schools have backtracked. A lot of schools had to like reverse their decisions because they couldn't allow that many people on campus. Everyone was talking about how restrictive Harvard was and, you know, this, that, and the third, but I think all the restrictions that Harvard has in the beginning are definitely going to help play in our favor and keep us on campus longer, which is ideal. Like, we don't want to have to get evacuated because that would suck. I can get into more into Harvard's like quarantine restrictions and stuff like that when I'm moving in, and I'll kind of be able to show you guys because that's like a whole other little thing. But that's kind of my little Harvard, the tea on Harvard and what's been going on from a student's perspective, at least. It's been a lot. So I got COVID tested because Massachusetts has COVID travel laws because, you know, they're a lot better than we are down here in the South. And so they have a like pretty strict COVID procedure. So I got tested. I'm gonna get tested again when I get to Harvard, but I had to get tested to go in the state. And we also have to fill out this like travel form thing. That's kind of where we are with that and all the things Harvard. So I went through the whole process, decided I was gonna go to Harvard, and now I'm going. So yay, exciting. That was a lot, but now I'm gonna take you guys through the rest of my day. Hopefully I won't be talking as much, but I had to tell you guys that because I have to keep you guys on the same page. Make sure we're on the same page. So now we're on the same page, we're good, we're great, and I will be back when I'm actually leaving. Okay guys, this is the finished look. Bronze. I did this little like brown lip gloss, brown lip liner, clear gloss type thing, even though I'm gonna have my mask on, so I'll probably take that off before I put my mask on, but it's okay. I'll put it back on before I take pictures. This is the look. Pull my hair back, then a little bang, little shebang. I don't know what stores we're gonna go to. My mom still hasn't came back yet, but I'm actually ready before she got here, so that is a plus. I will check back in the next time I go somewhere. Okay y'all, we're out here. Here's Caitlin. Cameron doesn't want to be in the vlog. We made it to Kiki's. I guess we're coming to Kiki's first. So if y'all are ever in the 803, I would. Do you want to be? It's my fam. We came to Kiki's. Y'all are ever in the 803, y'all need to pull up on her. It's like soul food, chicken and waffles, obviously, and then like other types of soul food. The key to my South Carolinian heart, and I'm gonna miss it when I go to Boston because they don't have that there. So I'm gonna get this food. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll go to our next place. Okay. This food has been secured. It smells great, looks great. Excited to chow down. We are in Walmart right now, getting some like toiletry items kind of, and just some other like random little things. I'm smiling behind my mask. After we're here, we're going to go probably to Target and then Sam's to get like snacks and stuff. Like I have my clipboard with me and I'm like going down this list. I got the list from, well, my sister got the list for me from Target. I've just been going down and seeing like what I have and double checking to make sure that I don't leave anything, especially because there's not a Walmart close to Harvard. They have a Target but not a Walmart. Y'all know sometimes Target doesn't have the best deals, so making sure we can get as much as we can before we go is ideal. So yeah. All right, me and the moms, we're at Target. Y'all already know what it is. I come in this store about once a week. It's really a good place for me. Almost feels like home. One of my friends works here, Deja. I don't know if she's working right now, but if she is, then I'll put her in the vlog. Hi Deja, love you. We're gonna just get a couple of things from here. Then hopefully I'll be done packing. I always have to come look around at the clothing section just to see. Ooh, I'll show you guys what I look like right now. Y'all, we just had the most craziest experience. Do you want to tell them?
Not really.
Okay. Well, we were trying to find birthday cards. We were trying to look at different birthday cards, and oh my gosh, we were just in the aisle looking at cards, and then this man comes like sprinting up towards us, and I didn't even know what was going on, and Cameron, she just screams, and I was like, ah, scary. And she said she thought he was gonna snatch me. That's him. Oh my god, that's him right in front of us. That's scary. I'm not gonna look at him. He was just right in front of us. He came running up to us and we screamed and like just started laughing and stuff, and it was so weird. And I'm breathing hard because my heart is still pumping.
She thought I knew him. I thought she knew who it was. Like I thought he was coming up to say hey, like hey girl, hey, but I don't know. It was crazy. It was really weird. On. Yeah. Okay. Y'all. First of all, I'm on the floor, as you can tell. I'm on the floor because after that Zoom call, the floor is like my safe place. Like when I'm tired, I just go to the ground. I go to the floor to center myself because I just got off that Zoom call. I feel like my brain is fried, to be completely honest. We don't have another one of those until Sunday, and I'll be in my dorm then, so that's kind of crazy. It's really crazy. We had like a series of those calls with our entryway, and there's still more to come, but the next one is on Sunday, as I said before, so I have a little bit of a break. What's going on now? Now I think I'm truly just gonna rest. I'm so upset because this outfit is so cute, so I'm definitely going to also be re-wearing this outfit in another vlog because I didn't take pictures. Mind your business, you know, like just keep moving on. I think I'm just gonna like lay here for a little bit and like just rest my mind. Then I'll have to finish packing because my room, you can't even tell, but my room is a mess. I'm not going back out anymore, so that's done. I'm just gonna rest and finish packing. And yeah, that's it. I'll be back when something else happens. Okay guys, so I'm just checking in. It's currently 9:06 p.m. What I'm doing right now is selecting my expos classes. So this is another Harvard specific thing, so I thought I would share with you guys kind of what I'm doing. All Harvard students have to take this class called expos, which is short for expository writing, and there's a Studio 10 version and there's expos 20, which is like the standard version. I took my placement test. I placed into expos 20, which is like means I only have to do it for one semester, which is good. Kind of had some scheduling things that kind of messed up the classes I originally wanted to take, and so now I'm having to like kind of rethink my plan, and I'm going through different Canvas sites to find out which expos class I want to take. That's kind of what I'm doing right now because the rankings are due at 11:59. Another thing about Harvard that a lot of people don't know, that I definitely didn't know, is you have to apply for literally everything. So like for my classes, I had to apply for 3 of my classes. I had to apply for, yeah, like application, get waitlisted, you know, like that whole shebang. So I applied for 3 of my classes. I have to do a lottery system for this expos, and so I just checked into like, I thought that was something that was kind of like Harvard specific that I should share in case you guys didn't know. So if you have any questions about any other, I'm definitely still learning, but if you have any questions about expos or like placement exams, because those are kind of things that people don't really know about, then definitely leave them down below and I'll try to answer, to try to demystify this process. So gonna do this, finish packing, and then I'll be back later to close out the vlog. Yeah. So I finally finished packing up everything. It's currently 3:50, so it took me a minute. I did my expos section, so that's good. Finished packing up everything. My dad wants to leave. We'll start getting ready to leave at 4, and it's 3:50, so I'm pretty much pulling an all-nighter, which is okay. I'll sleep in the car, so it's fine. I kind of started getting a little bit emotional, as you can see, when I was packing, but I'm gonna try to, you know, stay calm. Just, you know, let the moment, just live in the moment, you know, live in the moment and let the tears come later on. So I hope you guys enjoyed my last day and a half kind of at home. Enjoyed the vlog. I enjoyed vlogging it. It was fun to get back in the swing of things. Make sure you give this video a like, thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content, and also hit the post notifications bell. I usually don't say that, but my posting schedule, y'all know, it's a little all over the place. So if you want to know when I upload a new video, hit the bell, because that's truly the only way you will know. But I'll try to get more on a schedule. Maybe, we'll see. Comment down below any like video ideas you have. I'm gonna be in Harvard, I'm gonna be in Cambridge, so give me content that I can do around that, or around college admissions, whatever the situation may be. And I will catch y'all in the next one, which is gonna be very soon for me, but it'll probably be a little bit later for you, because you know I edit. It takes a little minute. See you guys in like about 10 minutes. Yeah, bye.